Yeah. See, you ain't gonna put the sign.
Huh?
You ain't gonna put the sign.
Yeah, swag, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You got the cell phone holder?
You just had it.
Where is it? The cell phone holder?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the book bag.
Give him this so you can hold it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said to hold it with his hand.
Okay.
It's live right now.
Yeah, it's like it started over.
Okay.
You're gonna start it over like this.
Let's get started.
Yeah, that's good.
It's live.
Hey, Shalom. First off, we like to say, Kabbalah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh. The water Yahweh for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Grab your 100% spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, and all the Akim in this country and all over the world. Prophesy in the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Here we are, NYC. A little messed up to start today.
No, tighten
pushing
some more.
All right, and the main thing is that hey, like this, Esau's doing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Basically, everything's going according to plan. Because what's going on now is definitely nobody can deny it's chaos. It's chaos. All right, nobody can deny right now here in America. 2026 was January 10th. It is total chaos, and it's gonna get worse. So what does that mean? If you know about the esoteric societies, right? The secret elite. This is all part of their plan. They want chaos. The slogan is what? Chaos, order out of chaos. All right, order out of chaos. That's what time we're in. All right, this is all according to the elite's plans, and overall, it's all according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's plans. All right? Again, this is part of the New Order agenda. This is order out of chaos. You definitely nobody can deny that there's chaos going on right now. So what is next? Order. Their form of order is basically martial law. That's what it's leading to. We've been told you about the ICE agents or Gurkha busting through your doors. We call them Gurkha. Well, there are still Gurkha going to come through, but hey, it's happening. All right? So we talked about the draconian laws. We talked about the austerity measures. Who brought it out to you first? Through the Spirit. The apostles of GMS and on down, man. Through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, by way of prophecy. All right? So now it's time to pay attention, man. All right? To who really serves the Lord. Because at the end of the day, you're going to need a divine intervention. There's nothing that can stop you from ICE and all these Gurkha troops and going into concentration camps. The system's risen against you. You're going to have to lean on a higher power. And you're going to see that it was always GMS who told you through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? And now it's time to pay attention to, right, to who serves the Lord. This is going to be exposed, man, this year. Who really serve the Lord. I mean, people already know, but you're going to want to finally listen. It might be too late for some of you, man. And a lot of these apostles do say a lot of the elect, he believes are in these other camps, all right? So get ready for a lot of people to leave other camps, IUIC, IUCPK, and get ready for those leaders to be destroyed, man. All right? This is time of chaos. We know that Esau is going to bring that order. That's the martial law. Everything's going according to the elite's plans. They're antagonizing you people. They're doing psyops. They shoot people, setting a false stage of events. They want the chaos so they can bring the order. We could go to 2nd Esdras. If you don't got none, 16th chapter, 15th chapter. Whatever you got.
I got something real quick. This is Ezekiel 33, verse 33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Yeah, then shall you know that a prophet has been among them. You guys been front. You guys been making jokes. Oh, look at how they dress. Oh, they stutter when they speak. Oh, they need a haircut. They don't got a job, right? All this kind of stuff, which is all your perception, right? Because you're vain, really, Nothing spiritual. Your analyze of the true plan of the Lord is not spiritual. You're not spiritually analyzing. All right. You got to look inside more than the out. And at the end of the day, you're going to see the people that you were talking against, starting with the policy of GMS. We've been telling you the truth. And you're going to know by the events that happen around you. Because you people didn't believe that there would be martial law, that there would be missiles or nuclear war, right? You didn't believe there would be a famine, right? Now look at you. You guys never read the scriptures. It was always non-believers doubting even Noah, right? They were laughing at Noah when he's building the ship. He's a crazy man, right? Until the Lord showed his power. That's all throughout the scriptures. You think it's going to be different from today if you believe in the Most High? All right, that's why you fake Christians, man. You Jesus freaks, okay? You have no idea what you're reading, because to believe in the Lord is to go against all odds. It's not to go with the herd, that herd mentality. So when you had that again?
Yeah. It says Ezekiel 33:33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
And what's going to come to pass? Ultimately, the famines, the martial law, the concentration camps, you're still going to have some stubborn dumbasses out there that doubt it. But when that MOTB hit, the mark of the beast, that's when you're going to know, yeah, those guys were the men. All right, that's really when you're gonna know. All right, and we're there. All right, you got Trump, DJ Trump. He really, boy, and the Most High put a perfect person in there, man. All right, because I can't even stand looking at him, man. You know, nobody can't stand this guy, and the whole world hates this guy, man. This is perfect for prophecy. All right, all these should hate the whore. Right, Daniel 7th chapter. His look was more stout than his fellows, meaning proud than all the other nations, telling that he's gonna take Greenland, whether they like it or not, he's gonna take it. That's Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. All right, so all the ingredients for war is there, and him going into Venezuela and kidnapping a president, a sovereign country, right, and stealing basically oil rigs and stealing a president. That just turned this to another level, and now, I'm sorry, and with that being done, all right, that is definitely fucked up the economy in this future, in this year. We're talking about in 4 months, in the second quarter of the year, gas could go up. Gas is going to go up now. All right, inflation is going to rise. More violent crimes are going to be committed, because once gas goes up, people lose their minds. You can't transport goods. You can't, you already know about the food stores. You only got 3 days worth of food supplies, right? As far as you getting to work to pay for gas, you're gonna be pitching pennies. You gotta get to work, so how you gonna get the food? It's gonna affect your life.
That's if you got a job.
Huh?
That's if you got a job.
Yeah, that's if you even got a job, man. So look, you're gonna feel the effect of what Trump did to Venezuela. You're gonna feel it this year. You're gonna feel it about 4 or 5 months. All right? And then projections saying 18 months, you're gonna pay as much as $8. $8, that's next April.
Right, and that's if
Yeah, that's my point. Go ahead.
that's if he doesn't attack or invade anybody else.
Yeah, that's right. That was my point.
It's gonna get worse.
That was my point. Exactly. That's if he doesn't invade. And he's saying he is. He's saying he's gonna invade Iran. He's saying he's gonna invade all these Colombia. So look, man, if he invades another country, man, this is gonna speed up right away. Because their countries already are planning a retaliation, man. China, Russia, and I always get confused. North and South Korea?
No, that's South.
North, okay.
Yeah,
So I
South,
can never remember. North Korea, China, and Russia, they're telling Trump, as of today, you have to let him go immediately, or else. All right? Because I'm going to say it at the camp, but what really is going on is Trump broke a breach between China and Venezuela. China just made an $80 million deal, an $80 billion deal for five and some odd years. But anyway, the deal was going to lock Venezuela into the China system, which is by the yuan. Yuan or yuan, I forgot how you say the Chinese currency. The yuan, right? Salakia. Yuan, right? So this has been going on for the past 30 years, but really past 10, and then 5 years have been increasing. That other nations been dropping the dollar. It's called de-dollarization. And we already know how America and Esau gets down with their dollar. So right now, they're showing the world this is not a free market, and they're forcing their way on people to not leave them. I gave an analogy in the show yesterday. It's like you leave a job, you're making $25 an hour. You get hired for another job. You put your 2 weeks in. You're making $45 an hour. You set benefits day one and all that. You leave, and then this scenario I put is that your job kidnaps you and say, no, you ain't going nowhere. You got to work here. That's that will never happen. But that's the best analogy I can think of. That's what's going on with the Venezuela thing. So what do you think China's going to do, man? Because their whole thing, they were going to rebuild the infrastructure, the oil rigs and the pipelines of Venezuela, which is going to be their equipment. Because right now it's America's equipment that they're working with. But see, if you don't agree with America, they just freeze you out and just shut off the equipment or not maintain it no more. They don't got to deal with that no more. China has more advanced technology. So anyway, they just interrupted that deal, and they made the deal December 28th, 2025. And they said, oh, that's it. No, we can't let this happen. Because once that happened, then the whole system will collapse. But they don't know they made this even more worse. And it's all the Mosai's chess moves. That Mosai's doing all this. All right, Yahweh Shemai Shah is doing all this. And like the brother said, if they do another attack, which it looks like they might, to another nation, oh man, it's gonna speed up even quicker, man. Hey, Russia already launched a missile. I saved it on my phone.
The Oreshnik.
There you go,
Yeah.
Oreshnik.
Oreshnik. Yeah.
He shot, and those are nuclear missiles. Nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
Right, but there were dummy missiles. They're so powerful they're undetectable. So he showed it as a warning and a sign. Look, this is what we're gonna do to you, man, if you keep this up. And they're already gonna do something, but they just showed their power. They bombed Ukraine with those missiles, and it was undetected. Went up to the sky, came down undetected. It's so fast, it's faster than the speed of light.
Yeah,
All right.
I seen a video of it, or I saw a video of it. I thought it was lightning. And I saw it because it was like, and then because it had something else on, and the video was muted. And I was like, damn, I thought it was, what is this, rain or something? It's like thunder and shit, was lightning, and then I saw the words that said Russia bombing Ukraine. I was like, damn, those are bombs?
Yeah, they did like 20-something bombs or something like that. Oh, it was a bomb a second. It was that fast. So boom, boom, boom. It was going.
Fast,
it was
bro.
like a second.
It was fast. It
28.
Damn near looked like lasers, man.
They said 28 bombs in 28 seconds. Something like that,
That
yo.
shit was fast. So,
And you can't detect it. So like,
right, that's just Russia showing off their military arsenal, man, which is way more advanced than even America, right? And America's about to learn. So you see all the weapons that were just holding back. They were just playing with Ukraine. It's like somebody slapboxing. You ain't really. It's like they were just.
Who had said that too?
Right? They didn't reveal the full arsenal that they have, but they're about to. Right? And the Most High is going to put it in the spirit of all that. That's why all these nations are they're gearing up for war. Right? We're approaching wartime. What's that? Ezekiel Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, and it says there's a time for everything. There's a time for every season under the sun. I'm roughly paraphrasing. Right now, we're approaching a time of war. But
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right. You can jump down
verse
to 8, I think, right?
Yep. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
Right. It says a time of love and a time for hate. Right now, we're not in a time for love. Right, you can see that whole situation in, what is it? Is it Minneapolis? That whole,
I think
psyop
Minnesota.
Minnesota, right?
Minnesota,
Yeah.
yep.
Right. That whole psyop shit, but it's causing a lot of protests. Right. It's causing a lot of racial tension, class wars. This warfare, all is just total. Like the spirit is bringing out. Started this video. Total chaos is hitting America. Not only America, all over the world. You see, but right now is not a time for love. Right now is a time for hate, right? And it says, what it says? Yep. Right now it's sure enough not a time for love. It's a time for hate, right? Go ahead.
Yep. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Right, a time for war and a time for peace. Right now we're not in a time of peace, and that's evident because, especially now, ever since Trump came into power, right? It's been a lot of it's been a lot of tensions, even within allies of America.
He's divisive.
Yeah, he's very divisive.
He's not bringing everybody together.
Yeah, he's
dividing everybody.
Yep, and that's what Esau does,
That's
man.
what he's party up. And that's the spirit of the devil. The devil divides. So that shows you what spirit they're in, man. You know, if they had some kind of spirit in them, a Holy Spirit or a righteous spirit, it will be no. Again, we could look at your government, how it's laid out. There will be no two parties, man. You all have to be in one mind. In the kingdom of heaven, of Yahweh Shema Shai, ain't gonna be no. It's gonna be.
What is it? Oligarchy?
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one mind in the Lord, man. Ain't gonna be no different governments or not different. What am I? You know, different sectors of society.
Right. That's how. Right. In the apocrypha, right. That's how Esau rules with the Senate.
Yeah.
That's that. I
forget what that
that's
is.
That's that Western type of rulership.
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is going to be an oligarchy, right? Or oligarchy, one ruler.
That's right.
You see, that's how the kingdom of heaven is going to be ruled under. It's going to be ruled under. That's why we say it's going to be. You know, Esau wants to have a new world order, but the real righteous new world order is going to be under the banner of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? The Most High, His Son Yahweh Shai, and Israel. Right under as well as Theo is God or the Most High, right? It's going to be a theocracy. You know, we got to use these stupid Edomite words, just to get the point across. That's the rulership that's going to take over the whole world. You know, the whole galaxy.
Yeah, you're not going to be voting every 4 years or 5 years. You know, this is retarded.
Yeah,
you know. And maybe I'll give it this. I'll even say this. Maybe it might have worked, but not with man. You know, because not with the Edomite. Yeah, you're right. Because even the other nations, they had some kind of something in their sectors. You know, it was more like the king's rule, but they were more in order, man. Look at Esau. This proved this man is the spirit of that devil. All right, because he divides. Okay, he divides, man. It's getting more divided. People are picking sides. You got their own people. Now his own people turn against him.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, we're in that time of war like the elders are bringing out, and we're in the time of prophecy. This year will never be forgotten, man. No matter what happens, something's going to happen major. And it already did. Let's say nothing else happens, it already can't be forgotten what happened to
Venezuela.
Because let's say nothing else happens, the effect of what happened in Venezuela, it's gonna bring that yo.
It's gonna be like a chain. What you call it?
But it's gonna be chain of events, man. That's set. That is set. That's not going away. So regardless, whatever happens this year, gas is going up, and by the end of the year, it's gonna be a different country, guaranteed. And by the looks of how he's talking, he might do something else. If he does something else, man, we that much closer.
That also proves that the dollar is getting weaker, right?
Well, it's dead.
Right? Because or it's dead because they're trying to salvage the dollar by doing that takeover in Venezuela.
Exactly. Yep.
You see, so that's just a sign. And this is something we said through the Spirit.
Exactly.
For years, this is something that economists have been saying, not the ones you see on CNN, but the economists that you see on the internet that can't say on CNN how the dollar is doing or how this economy is doing or what it's projected to be. That's proof that the dollar is weakening, And America, Esau, they're scared, so they're trying to salvage what they can.
Exactly.
They're trying to salvage the dollar.
Yeah.
Because you have all these other nations that are
They
not
already
using
said
the
it.
dollar no more.
Yeah,
or
they're good.
have not been using the dollar anymore for a few years.
Yeah.
Right? So they're using military action to try to force Venezuela to continue to use the dollar. Just proves that the dollar is weakening, and if the dollar is weakening, America and its hegemony is going down.
Yeah, it's
You know,
already
weakening.
it's already done because listen back to your point too. You had Russia. The whole thing with Russia, while they're putting sanctions on them, is because the Russian government said, "Look, we're not dealing with dollars anymore. You got to somehow come through the ruble. Is it the ruble? I forget what the Russian dollar is called. I might be wrong, but I think it's the ruble, and that's why the whole thing Ukraine popped off for other reasons. But that's one of the main ones. It's always about the dollar, man. It's always about money. It's not about you people out there. All right? It never was. And like the pastors always said from the beginning, and I saw in a little documentary, which I've always heard pastors say, this place, the ruble, okay. This place is yeah, because I brought it up because America said no, we're not doing that. We're not dealing with the ruble. And so they go, all right. So who suffered? Not Russia.
Right.
America did, man. But anyway, the proof is that Apostle always said that America was always an experiment from the elites, right? And I saw another guy breaking it down. He's like, yeah, they experimented with these how should I say, these different philosophies or different I don't want to say slogans, but the LGBT community, the different civil rights they were pushing to the people, different ideologies. It was all the CIA and the America that was creating these so-called different beliefs, liberals and all these different factions that they were experimenting on you people the whole time. With sports, with medicine. You were always the test dummies, man. What happened? Well, 6 years ago, that was just another test, another gathering of data on you dummies out there, man. Right? So the experiment is basically over, and the elites are pushing a button on this place. We always said at the end of the day, there is no MOTB if the dollar exists. And if the dollar doesn't exist, then the MOTB could come into place.
Yeah.
Because the MOTB is the new worldwide currency. That's how you buy and sell. So the dollar has to crash. So they're doing it. It's a systematic thing. They're doing it, and they're crashing the dollar. And it's done, man. It's over. And it's only going to get worse. And this year, in the Lord willing, you're going to see the effects. The wadi up my shot, man. Hands down, for real. As the prophecy states.
Yeah, I got something for okay.
You have second Ezra 16 too? No, you can get
second
that.
Ezra 16?
You can get what you got.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, forcing people to do deals with them. Like America was looking at a little documentary, I think from 75 to 99, they really had Venezuela on lock. It was working out, they were getting cheap, they were paying for the oil cheap, as devils that they are, but they were profiting more over here. And that's how gas was so low. Venezuela has the most oil on planet Earth. But, that's another subject, all right? The second most abundant liquid on Earth is oil. And that's a really going deep down the rabbit's hole. And that really gets you upset, but really shows you how much the devil is. These wars are being fought for something that's abundant on the earth. Yeah. You can never take more oil because oil regenerates, right? So it regenerates faster than it can be depleted. I'll send you the video.
Okay.
All right, I did that show a few years ago. I might do part 2. That shows you how much more the devil is, man.
Yeah.
When I learned that, I was shocked. I could compare that to me being in the truth. Me finding out who Yahweh Shema Shai is, what color they are, what tribe I'm from. That we ruled Europe, the blacks ruled Europe. All right, that's how big that was to me, man. And that shows you how much the devil is, how much the devil Esau is in the elites. The Rockefeller set that up. All right, in 1892 they had a Geneva Convention, and Rockefeller hired scientists to lie to people and say, "Oh, these are fossil fuels," when they weren't. I mean, I don't want to go too deep, but the main point is, this is going off something that's abundant on the earth. The second most abundant liquid on the earth is oil. But for them to get some profit off it, they created a scarcity. They made it seem scarce. Oh, you better get this last barrel because I'm going to charge up $1,000 for it. You know, gotta get it. It's all about money and business, man. It's always been about oil. You know? That's part of the fatness of the earth that this demon has. Along with the benefits and the resources of the world, the main resource he wants is oil. Whoever has oil in their country is the power.
Oil and gold.
Huh?
Oil and gold.
There you go.
Yeah.
Liquid gold, right?
Liquid gold.
You know? So you can read that again, Salah.
It says, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
It's like, I was saying that America did a deal with Venezuela from the 70s to the late 90s, but it was all smooth, and they were making more money because they were getting cheap oil from Venezuela, ripping them off. But the key thing for Venezuela, they were allowed to use U.S. markets and things like that nature. Some of them were off, but the city wasn't. The people weren't where they should be based on the oil, how much oil they have. You know what I mean? If you got the most oil, your country should be like on a high level. They should be the top level, right? They got the oil. They got the source. You see? You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. If I'm buying something, you got all the apples in this town. You got the most of the apples. Well, shouldn't you be making the most money? Why is this guy making more money with apples when you got most of them? Why? Because he's doing a deal with you and what's the word? Scheming off you. Scheming off you, and making more of a profit with his schemes more than you can because he took advantage of you.
You're not even knowing that what you have can help you thrive.
Yeah, it can help your country. And that's what Chavez did when he came in in '99. He said, "Look, why are we selling?" And another thing was they didn't allow Venezuela to sell in any other countries.
Selling other currency.
No, they didn't allow to oil. They didn't allow them to distribute oil to other countries.
See, they want to be the only one.
It was only in the dollar. It was only in dollars.
Yes.
But as far as distributing, they couldn't. But in '99, when Chavez came in, he started to basically kick them out. He said, "Look, we're going to take more shares, all right, of our companies.
Right.
If you don't want to do that, you got to get out." So they got out in the late 90s or early 2000s. They tried to take him over twice in 02 and 04, right? As a coup, they failed, and he still went on. And what Chavez did, he started to do a barter system with Iran, with China, with different countries around the world, and that's how he was able to make a profit again. It took a long time, but that's how he was able to make a profit again. And because the main thing was, again, it was tough for them to do it because it was all linked to the dollar.
Right.
And when they froze Venezuela accounts, even if China wanted more oil, they couldn't get it because the payment system was based on the dollar. You couldn't really get around it. So you created barter systems, right? For example, the first thing he did, he went to Iran. I forget what the exact deal was. They gave him oil and they supplied something back. He did something with Russia. What Russia did, they gave him a certain amount of barrels of oil every day, and Russia gave him wheat and grain. Venezuela did a deal with Cuba. He said, "Look, we'll give you oil." The barter system was just send us doctors and teachers. You see, so they were really trying to build up their place, man. Okay. So that's called the barter system, something we always talk about here. And that works.
Yeah.
All right? If I give you this source, you give me this source. You know, I never knew that. They just wanted teachers and doctors and educators to come to the country, and that was their system.
Right.
And they created anything they needed, they would get it from any other country. And oil was their payment. I believe, with China, they were indebted into China for 20 million or something, or 20 billion. So that they had a system where they would give oil to pay off their debt. You know? But anyway, that's really the makeup of this whole world, man. And Esau, and it's supposed to be a free market, but not with this devil around. All right? This devil will interrupt deals, and now what they're doing, Trump is now setting up. He had an oil conference today, all the oil companies, and now they're taking over what was already done with China, what was already signed, sealed, and delivered with China and Venezuela. So now they're putting back their people in there that they lost in the early 2000s. They stole it. They're taking it over. But I saw something else to say that Russia, this could all be a setup, because America's predictable. They set them up to go there to do that so they can do something themselves. You know, they're playing chess, man. Russia's playing chess to China. You know, but it's overall the Most High. He's really pushing those moves, man. And it's not going to de-escalate, man. It's going to escalate from here on out. And Russia's and Trump, he's looking to escalate. Talking proud, saying, we're going to take Greenland whether they like it or not. What kind of talk is that? This man's the devil. Habakkuk the second chapter.
It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, this is leading to a world war 3, a world's war, and there's nothing that you can do to stop it. All right, it's like you got a leak in the pipe, and you can't close the pipe. It's just water spewing out everywhere. So what he just did, again, with still in a sovereign president in Maduro, it's irreversible, the outcome for him. And now he got found out for that. I think they admitted they lied or something. So I didn't look at the whole thing about the oil situation, and they lied about it's being found out that they're, like they always do with their MO, their their regular gimmicks that they do. They're hiring certain. They found out the crowds that were protesting. Yeah, thank you, Trump. Thank you, America. They're all hired and paid to do that, man. You know.
Agent provocateurs.
Yeah, agent provocateurs. But you see a lot more protests happening. That there's a lot of, which is outdoing what Trump was trying to do, or the American government was trying to do, putting those fake protesters. Because now the protests are coming out in Venezuela, and they're the real ones, cursing out America. I saw Brazil, they're burning America's flag in Brazil. You know, there's protests all over the world against what America's doing. So, you know, we're here. We're here. It's here. So again, that point is that there's nothing you can do to heal the wound of Babylon the Great, America. There's nothing that's going to fix the dollar to uphold this society. All right? So famine is around the corner. Job loss is around the corner. Chaos. 10 days in, already different year from 2025. All right. All this means is that that Yahweh by Shemai Shai is near. You know.
That's it. Yeah, I got the second Esdras.
Okay. Let me read this one scripture because I brought it on the show yesterday, and when I thought about that Venezuela attack when they kidnapped Maduro, I thought about this scripture. But I didn't realize it said the Lord in there too. So what I said was, what happened in Venezuela is a mainstay for Isaiah 47:3. Can you look at mainstay real quick? Mainstay means something has to happen for something else to happen.
You said mainstay?
Yeah, mainstay. Look at mainstay in Britannica. That's the best definition. I'm just going to go right to the point. This is Isaiah 47:3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. So that's what I was thinking about. It says, again, thy nakedness shall be covered. Thy nakedness basically means shame. All right? Sin. And that's what's being revealed upon America. Because if you go in the verse above, it says, take the millstones, grind the meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the legs, uncover thy thigh, pass over the rivers. Right? So the scriptures, the Holy Spirit is making an example of when you go over a river in ancient days, or when you have to cross the stream, you people had the garments or certain a garment on or clothes on that they would have to lift up their pants or whatever they were wearing to go cross that river. Right? So that's what's happening. That's what the Most High is giving that comparison to America. All right? Because their skirt is lifted up. I mean, they're damn near they don't even have any pants on. All right? They have a shirt on, and by the end of the year, or a few months, they're going to be totally naked. Because all the world's seeing their hypocrisy.
Nakedness. Yeah, them nakedness.
Yes. They're seeing they're full of shit. They don't follow their own rules. Here it is, you going into other countries, but everything's messed up in your own land. Scripture says you got to fix your own home before you fix somebody else's. And that goes for a society to an individual person. You can't tell anybody else to get right, if you ain't right. We ain't trying to tell you to get right with the Lord if we're not right with the Lord. We're out here because we're right with the Lord because we believe in Yahweh Shai and follow his commandments. We rehearse the righteous acts. And we go out here and do his work, and we sacrifice our lives, right, to do this work and bring out the usher in the name of our Lord. For you to be saved, the elect to be saved. Right? So it takes a lot of sacrifice to do this. It takes fasting, praying, studying, right, and doing the work of the Lord. Number one priority. All right, so we earn our right to be up here and to tell you to get right because we're doing that in the spirit through Yahweh Shai. But again, this damn devil doesn't do that. Here it is. This whole country is so fucked up. All right, in every way, healthcare, food system, right? But yet they want to go to other countries and say, no, you're doing this and you're doing that. You're not right. And they're hypocrites. Because I saw another documentary saying that, which is total bullshit. Venezuela, he's stealing drugs, selling drugs to his people, and had military machinery or some kind of machine guns or something like that. Some trivial, low-level excuse, right? And also abusing the people to some effect, right? But you got Saudi Arabia that is connected with America, right? Even though they're part of dealing with other nations, but they're still connected to America with a certain amount of percentage of oil through the dollar, right? But as far as humane rights and how they treat the civilians, it's pretty tough. They killed a journalist out there, man. They didn't go over there and kidnap the president. Why didn't I mess with Saudi Arabia? Because they're dealing with the dollar. They didn't break the contract. It's all if you leave the dollar, then you're the big boogeyman in the world. That would have never happened if they just stayed with them, right? They would have been, Venezuela the best place and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, you see that America's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. You had that mainstay?
Oh, yes. But this is the...
Is that Britannica, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll see mainstay definition and you'll see a list of...
Mainstay or main state?
Mainstay, that's good.
Yeah. Basically says something or someone that provides support and makes it possible for something to exist or succeed.
Yeah, read it again.
It says something or someone that provides support.
Something or what?
Something or someone.
In this case, this something is America. Invading, this something is America.
Yeah. Or someone that provides support and makes it possible for something to exist or succeed.
For something to exist or succeed. So with this shame happening amongst America, right? This is the next part of the verse. It says, the nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. and I will not meet thee as a man. Who's that talking about? That's talking about Yahweh Shai. All right. So the point is that shame has to happen on a certain nation for the Lord to come back. Right. The whole world has to hate a certain nation for the Lord to come back. If a certain nation in the world is not dismayed or hated, then there is no Lord coming back. Right. So they work in tandem. Basically, I'm saying. All right. So this what's going on again right now in America is truly biblical prophecy. All over the scriptures, Isaiah 47:3 goes into that. If we could look up nakedness real quick in the blue letter, and we could look up shame.
In that verse?
Yeah. And shame really lets you know the deal. Those two words are good. Isaiah 47:3. Look up nakedness, and then look up shame. I'll read a little more. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Okay? That's who that's talking about. Who's the Holy One of Israel? Yahweh Shai, our Savior, the one who brought us back to Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. All right? So, again, this is very exciting, man, because all this means Yahweh Shai is near. Okay? He's going to come back and take vengeance, man, and put this damn demon to shame, this America to shame. And this is undeniable. This is undeniable, man. All right? And the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai is going to start he's turning it up. And again, if this devil, okay, the problem, what he did is there's already fixed chaos that's going to happen off of this already. And that's just the gas, and that's going to affect everything, as you know. But if he affects another, invades another or does something like that he did to another country, right? Man, we truly be out of it very soon. Because they're already going to retaliate. We're just counting the days. They're already going to retaliate just off of that. That's guaranteed. But if he does something else, I pray he does.
Love what you said that, brother. You see, you're counting the days, but love what you said that.
Oh, well, yeah, Lord willing, man. Because, spirit, we feel in the spirit, man. Day 55, day 66, day 80, you're going to remember these days, man. This is it. Got it?
All right, I guess I got nakedness, you got shame, right?
Yeah, you could do nakedness.
All right, so the definition of nakedness, the Hebrew word is I-rawah. And it means nakedness, nudity, shame. It says the word is pudenda, which it says implying shameful exposure. When you look up pudenda, it means like exposure of a female's genitals. Which basically implies like, that's shameful. When a woman's exposed like that, she's not supposed to be exposed. So that brings shame onto her.
That's why even in the video I was saying example, like that's why at the end of the day, I'll say for the most part, strippers and porn stars, they're not wiped up. You may get your rock off and enjoy them, look at this, and date them, whatever, but you ain't gonna wipe that shit up. Because what they do is a shame. They show their shit. No one wants a fucking slut like that. That's shameful, man.
No, but nowadays, man, them girls, they keep you off it, man. That's it. That's the spirit. You know what I'm saying? They keep you off it. Because some say the nurse them here dudes say the top class girls them are the most dirtiest. Are the whores them clean and more better. So it is what it is, man. Yeah.
There was more in it?
That was pretty much it. That was it. Nakedness, decency, and proper.
Indecency, that's a good word too. Right, what they did was indecent. Okay? I believe I think it's shame, but they're both good. I know shame is something with doing something improper or something like that.
Well, it says indecency, improper behavior.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, improper behavior. So my point with is in that You can apply that to America, man. Let's read that again. Isaiah 47:3. Thy iniquity shall be uncovered. What? Their improper behavior. Their improper behavior should be uncovered. Everything that America does is improper, especially breaking international law, man. Breaching another nation's contract. What if somebody would go in there and steal the president out of this country? What if some, shows you how much of cowards they are. Why don't you kidnap Putin? Try that. I think somebody asked Trump, he said, oh, that's not necessary.
Oh, yeah, no better, that's right.
You gotta try to slide out of that one. And they go, oh, that's not really necessary. You know, showing that they're fucking cowards, man.
Could it be, man?
It says indecency and improper behavior. Then it says exposed, undefended.
Okay. Yeah, that's another good one. There's no way you can defend what America did. Even people who supported America, support the government, and gun-ho Americans, and even people who lie to you, they can't deny it, man. You have people really turning on him on all levels. His own party. There's no way you can defend what's been going on since he's been in office. Even with the ICE situation, there's no way you can defend that. You got people getting away. You got another thing that's antagonizing the people. You got J.D. Vance saying, "Oh well, he had the right to do that." She was trying to get away, and the police or the ICE the forces, they have all immunity. Meaning, basically, they can shoot you and kill you, and they're not going to be charged. See, this is why you dummies, they disarmed you 10 years ago, right? And now look at you, you can't even defend yourselves. Because they're coming with guns, man. With babies in the house and all that, don't matter. And they taking children, man.
Another word for undefended is like defenseless, right? It's like defenseless, right? So a lot of the actions of America are like you can't defend them, right? They're ruthless, they're cruel, they're wicked. A lot of the things they do, the fact that they got ICE taking kids out of homes and all that, and separating them from parents and families, that shit is defenseless. You can't defend that, you know.
Word for shame. It says reproach or to scorn.
Yeah, reproach means to blame. Everybody's blaming America. Basically, mostly on the dollar. You know, because the dollar is an entrapment and it's devaluing. You're not going to deal with a business anymore if the value of what their product is low. You can't. That's not business. Good business etiquette. You can't blame these other nations, man. What the hell? You know? The dollar has no value. Period. You have to go to something that has value. It's a simple business. What? But being there's a devil spirit involved, he's forcing nations to deal with his dollar, thinking that I always like to say he's like LeBron James. You don't know when to leave the league. America don't know that they're out of the game. They've been out of the game. You know? So I'm telling you, beautiful times because America don't know, look, these other nations could they're gonna fuck your ass up, man. You don't got it no more. You don't got the power no more, man. That's what the scriptures say, now you are as weak as we. Or something like that effect. Okay?
Thou become as weak as we did.
Yeah. America, you don't got it no more, man. Period. And even your intellect. You got a dumbass dimwit president as a president, man. This guy can't even speak right. You know, he makes Obama look like a goddamn super professor, man, when he speaks. Look at the contrast between Obama, right, and Trump. Or even Bush. Oh, boy. He didn't, you know? Anyway.
It says reproach, scorn, taunt. Scorn,
come on.
enemy.
Yeah, scorn. Is this not happening? Can you deny this? That Americans not being taunted? They're not being scorned? That's what's going on right now in the news today, the media today. All over the world, they're being taunted and scorned. You got China, you got India, you got Russia. You better release them immediately, or else. You got now they're doing exercising their ships around the coast. Every day something not little. Every day something big is going on, supporting war.
Yep, it says scorn upon enemy, reproach, resting upon condition of shame, disgrace, reproach, shameful, rebuke.
Yeah, so that's
Basically it, yeah.
That's all, right? Rebuke.
Yep.
One thing you said shameful, you said something else.
Yeah, reproachfully. Yep.
Yeah, so that all explains it. Anyway, you can't deny all these things we're reading is happening right now against America. Okay?
I think yeah, Esdras for you.
Oh, okay. So,
I had a precept.
that was that.
I'm sorry. I had a quick precept to back that up.
And you got it.
From this Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame and for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered." Going into America being exposed, man. Everything that's going on with this place is showing you that this place is on its way out. All right, you know. It says 5:49. Yeah, it says, "The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be upon thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory." All right, so the glory days of America is over. You know, ain't no bouncing back for America, man. The scriptures say that America will not be healed. All right, ever again. All this turmoil that's going on throughout the earth, man, is prophesied for this place to fall. All right, the scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. And Yahweh Shema Shai is using his men to basically, expose this devil for like the definition says for America's improper behavior, man. All right, they out here running radical, man. You know, doing shit that's just it's just wicked as hell.
Yeah.
You know. So look, this place is completely through, man.
And then the other thing to back you up, they're fucking targeting Israel, man. What about the other migrants that are here? Right? You're only focusing, which tells you once again, right, only on the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Even what's coming out their mouth. I saw Paul Star do something with Tucker Carlson and that motherfucker, something Walsh. Tim Walsh or something, that demon.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there kind of playing the victim like we white people, we're the victims here.
Right.
And basically, this is our land. We're natives. We should be called Native Americans, man.
Wow.
Can you believe this shit, man?
That's crazy.
And he's saying that, well, the Native Americans, they came here and they raped and murdered people to get this land.
Right.
So Paul Star was like, all right, who are they?
Who are they then?
Who? What nation are they?
See?
You see these fucking devils, man?
Ain't gonna come
I
out
mean,
and say it.
boy, I'm trying to practice, my temperance. But when you look at stuff like that, man,
Yeah.
you can't help but get, this, but that's the devil. He's gonna say more outlandish shit. These motherfucking demons, Esau is trying to play the victim. So now it's like a white power kind of movement going on now.
Exactly.
You see? They got the fucking nerve, man. And there's other things going on there, brother posted, where now it's coming back out again. More people are speaking about Edomites. They're saying, oh, look, you people are inferior. It's just the truth. They're saying science proves that you're not, because I think Elder President Dakba out of the CT camp, that's why they always push this IQ thing. IQ don't mean nothing, man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right? IQ is nothing,
Yeah.
if you go into it. But IQ, that's why they push that as this IQ thing, because they say, no, your IQ is lower, than us. And, we're smarter. You're inferior. We're the ones who control you.
Everybody else?
That's what they're saying. They're saying white people's IQ are just higher. But the thing is, how can it be higher when you're not living according to nature? That's not IQ. Right? You have to live according to the earth and nature and live in harmony with man. That's high IQ. This society is not high IQ, man. You got people suffering, you got people dying, and you're the devil. You're the wicked. You're evil. You're an error. Everything you do is wrong. Bill Gates, he has IQ because he wants to block out the sun, right? How's that a high IQ? Splicing genes, splicing seeds, making meat out of rat DNA.
They kind of do have high IQ. High IQ and wickedness. You know, that's the only high IQ they have. They know how to be very, very wicked and destructive. Right? They're not in tune with nature. They're against nature. Right? They're adverse to anything and everything righteous. Right? So
that's
they're
their nature.
Yeah, that's their nature. That's their nature to be wicked and destructive, man. And that's the reason why the Most High has to remove them out of existence, man. Yeah. You know?
See, the Columbia University cancer. There's stuff that can cure cancer, man. Yeah, there's you know, Esau want death, man. What's that? Cancer, all these disease, man, all these plagues, man. That's what IIQ. If it like the brother, like the elder say, if they have IIQ, you would banish out them stuff, them try to be at peace. Try your best.
Yeah.
That would have put you up on a level.
That's right.
You know?
But that shows
right,
that he has to go.
That's right.
At the end of the day.
Well, he said it. The brother, you said it good, priest. That he's a cancer.
Yeah.
He's a disease.
Yep.
And when you look at disease, it's what out of ease it means.
Yeah.
Not ease or out of ease. Right? When you said another good thing, he's like a debt. A debt means that you're negative. All right. When you're sick, that's a negative. That's a negative vibration in your body. You're out of ease. Right? When your negative account in your bank account, you're out of ease mentally because you're in debt. So yes, he is a cancer.
I got some real quick. This is Job 13:4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
Yeah. So I mean, I gave that example again. That's one of my future shows I wanted to redo again. Is that again the second most abundant liquid on earth is oil, and when you really meditate on that, it's crazy that it just points to the preacher how much of a devil it is because he has killed many people, starved people out, and created all these problems because of oil, right? And that's a major lie. He forged that lie. And that was a straight Rockefeller who did that. A straight Edomite devil, a high elite. That's just one. So I remember the thing I was looking at, which I'm going to send you, he was like, if that's controlled information, what else is controlled? You know?
That's
like the MOOL. Go ahead.
That's like the acronym. That's really who they worship. God, gold, oil, and drugs. God. Yeah. That's who Esau. That's how Esau worships.
Yeah.
Gold, right? He hoards all the gold. Yep. Oil. Yep. And drugs. He worships all three. That's how he was able to get part of the reason why he was able to get in the power along with the sword and along with lies. You know.
And the biggest I was saying, he's talking about Maduro selling, confiscating drugs with the cartel and working out some kind of deal with them in the back deal or whatever the excuse is. But you're the biggest drug dealer. Yeah. The pharmaceutical company is the biggest drug dealer on the earth. And it does worse damage.
And all the drugs that they say that Maduro is involved in and gangs and all that drugs, they welcome. They bring. Well, what about the whole what is that? The whole in the 80s, it was with Reagan. He allowed all those drugs in. The Contra Iran-Contra situation, right? Iran-Contra, I believe, where Lion takes a quick regard time, but basically he allowed all those drugs that came in, all that influx of drugs in the 80s that stirred or sparked the crack epidemic, or cocaine and cocaine cowboys, all that shit. That was that was all Esau, right? Because you profit off of all those drugs.
And there's so many movies that explain that, man.
About the poppy seeds? One of the reasons why you went into Afghanistan is because of the poppy seeds, man.
For drugs.
For ingredient for drugs. Yeah. opium is the main ingredient for all the drugs. What
Yeah.
about fentanyl?
Yeah.
Which is like the new epidemic right now.
Yeah.
So you got the nerve to say, oh,
Yeah, this is
Maduro is you know, we got to get him. Meanwhile, the 24 hours later after you got him, oh, by the way, hey, all this oil here, you know what? You might as well just take it over,
Fucking devil,
you know,
man.
and then cancel that plan or the deal that they made with China, you know, and just take it over, and then we'll put our puppet leader in there,
Yeah.
you know.
As they always do. Everybody say, oh, that's what I meant to say. It's the same old playbook, you know, with Esau. Once you, it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, they say once you hear that word, oh, they must do a regime change. You already know the deal. That's that key word, a regime change. He said it again. Iran, and or some state, he said they may need a regime change. We'll see about it. We'll look into it. Who the fuck are you, man? You got your own home fucked up. You trying to fix something, you know? It's not about fixing, it's about stealing. Because like you said, they're going down. They know the dollar's going down, and they're desperate. That thing in Venezuela was an act of desperation. Okay? It was an act of desperation. This is what this is. So when you're desperate, you already lost.
Got a quick free? What time? 5:59.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up now over there.
It says, this is Revelation.
5:59.
Oh, well, we gotta stop.
Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
That'd be the last one. Yeah, rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. And I looked at the word heaven means like a vault. So like a haven is basically represents like a land mass, or when you're going up a high place, you're so high you see the curvature of the curvature of the earth, right? Or a high place you see the curvature of everything. So it's like that's a haven because that's where people rule. Somebody rules over that. So the haven is talking about the earth. The other haven is the universe, and another haven is the spiritual dimension. So all havens rejoice. Why?
It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
That includes who's rejoicing? The angels in heaven, they're rejoicing, man. We're closer. Yahweh Shai is going to claim the earth. We're close. Everybody's rejoicing. All the angels, they're rejoicing. The prophet's spirits, the Holy Spirit's down here, we're rejoicing.
It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. What? Woe means what? Bad intentions. Right? All the people in the earth.
For the devil is come down unto you.
For Diablo, the false accuser, right? He's coming down on you. He's doing it now through ice. He's going to break in your doors, right? He's coming down because you know he has a short time. He's desperate.
Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Having great wrath because he know he has but a short time. All this stuff that's happening now, a desperate act to steal oil and other people's lands and etc. It's going to escalate, and we at that time, man. So we got to close up. So all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, Kal Halal,
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash.
All right, Lord won't be early out here next week. It's live week. Shalom.
Knock it down, fuck. Built up a haven to you, man.